So we got ourselves a fat stack of back issues. Let's run that new intro. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for clicking on this video, guys. I appreciate it. Got a nice fat stack of comics in this haul. But first, before we get started, if you guys are new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you hit that like button because that helps the algorithm. We've been doing this since 2015, guys. Can you believe that? 2015. I feel like we should be further along on the subscriber count. But that's up to you guys. So if you got like what you see, you can share the video, share it to your friends, share it to the little group chats that you guys got created all around. And also, I know a lot of people are doing the premium membership and the Patreon, and I just feel like I don't do enough consistent content to ask for something like that. So I'm not gonna do it. But this little super chat tip. If you like what you see and you want to support the channel in that way, you can. Everything goes towards the channel, towards making the videos better quality, intros, a little high definition. StreamYard's running at 1080p right now. So it goes right back to the channel. But if you don't want to, it's okay. I'm still gonna make these videos because I enjoy doing them. I enjoy interacting with you guys. All right. So without further ado, let's get with the haul. So if you guys see my previous video, my nephew, Big Fetty Pops Danny, he moved. He moved from Brooklyn to Staten Island, and he stopped by my house, on his way, and he had his car full of shore boxes, and he was like, "You want to go through the stuff and see what you got?" So it was basically like $2 to $3 haul. The stack I just showed right now, that's only a quarter of it. It's really a huge stack. There you go. Yeah. So I didn't show you everything that I picked up. I did a little recording there, from the trunk of his car, but I didn't show you all of them because I'm going to save some for like a whole haul video. And we could get it was the nighttime, it was late. The camera work wasn't too good. I was holding my phone at the same time trying to dig. That's very uncomfortable, very hard to do. So I figured I'll just show the rest on a nice formal, haul video so we can see each other. And well, I can't see you, but you can see me. But you can see the books better, and we can talk a little bit about them. Some of them are key issues, some of them are variants, some of them are incentives. I'm not 100% versed on the incentive variants and stuff like that. The older issues I'm probably a little better at. So let's, without further ado, let's start this haul. So first book up on top of the stack, which is cool because we were just watching the cartoon. I was just watching the on Tubi. You guys don't know Tubi is that free app. They have all the old cartoons from the 80s and 90s, and they had the Double Dragon cartoon with Billy and Jimmy Lee, and he happened to have for comics. So yeah, that's issue number 1. It tells you right there in the front cover, video game stars in their comic debut. Pretty dope. Billy and Jimmy Lee, Double Dragon. Anybody my age knows who they are. Next is a variant that I didn't have. I'm not sure if this is incentive or B cover, A cover. I'm not 100% sure, but it is a dope variant. This is Darth Vader issue number 29. Really nice cover. There's a few Star Wars here. Actually, they're coming up now. The pile is not in any specific order. It's just how I grabbed them. This one is not a variant, but it's a really nice main cover. This is issue 29 also. That's really nice Darth Vader cover. It's like any Star Wars book that has Darth Vader on the cover is awesome. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen a bad Darth Vader cover yet. This one's cool. I don't have this one. I had sold it with like a pile. This is a Mark Brooks cover. This is Kanan, the last Patty one, issue number 11. Almost like a negative space variant, but not quite. Really nice cover. Issue number, I believe issue 12 is the last issue in the run. But that's a nice cover. This one is cool. This is an older book. I would say Bronze Age. Astonishing Tales featuring Kazar and Dr. Doom, issue number 6. There's a few things going on with this issue. Besides the badass cover, Dr. Doom, you got to tell there. This is the first appearance of Barbara Barbara Morris. If I'm saying the last name wrong, forgive me. But Barbara Morris is the person who becomes Mockingbird. So that's the first appearance before she became Mockingbird. But also, a keynote to here in this storyline, this is the first time Doctor Doom discovered vibranium. Well, he didn't discover it, but the first time he learned about vibranium is in this story. So that's something to note, And like I said, they're not in any order, so you're gonna have Marvel, DC back. It's gonna be mixed. So this one here is just a dope ass Joker variant. The Joker, the man who stopped laughing, issue number 3. How nice is that? What I like about this cover is the black border, the black outline on the Joker itself. It just makes the drawing pop. Nice. This week I haven't been posting on Instagram because I didn't take any pictures of none of these books, but believe me, I will be taking pictures, and we'll be joining in next week in Instagram. Join us on Instagram, guys. Follow me right there at Biggies_comics, where me, Big Fetty, Joker, Longshanks, J-Rod, Gomez, King of the Golden State, we all we participate in the hashtag of the day, whether it's Multiple Monday, Top Variant Tuesday, Webhead Wednesday, Wolverine Wednesday, Throwdown Thursday, First Appearance Friday, and it's a lot of fun. You can add music to your postings, and everyone's been getting involved in it. It's like a reawakening of that. We did that for years ago, and it kind of died out, but now it's back, and everyone's having fun. You can see tons of book. Make the community fun again. It's just about comics. Make it fun. Now this drama bullshit that's going on, you know what I mean? All these store exclusives and people doing all this shit. We're gonna talk more about that tomorrow on Coffee and Comics, so stay tuned. Batman 359, and I believe this is the first cover of Killer Croc. Dope cover right there. All the rogues there. Can't turn this down. Then this book you probably saw, my nephew tried to sell it. He tried to sell it on the auction, and I can't believe no one bought this. It was only $100, but what he was giving you in that pile of books, the signatures that he was giving you, I mean, I can't believe it. I told him, I said, if nobody buys that for you, nobody off. I gave the community a chance. Because I didn't even get taken from him afterward. I waited to see if someone on the rewind saw it and wanted to buy it off of him. It was almost a week later. Nobody bought it. So you snooze, you lose. I picked it up. Spider-Man Daredevil #1 for the Marvel Knights run. But you know what? This is number 149 of 199. Signed by the late, great legend, John Romita Sr. Freaking crazy. I kicked myself because a few years ago we had an opportunity to do a John Romita private signing, and it was kind of expensive because his signature alone was like about $125. He's legend status signature, then let alone the grading and all that. It would have been just so expensive for one book, and I couldn't do it at the time. And after him, rest in peace that he passed away, I'm like, I'm never gonna get one now because all these are just overpriced. But shout out to my nephew, and he was giving the deal to anyone else, and they didn't take it. So, bam, there you go, COA, Dynamic Forces. So you already know the signature's legit. So eventually I will be sending this to CBCS for their signature verification because I'd rather have it slabbed up. And I love the cover. Spidey, Daredevil, 2 great characters. Love it. One more thing I've been collecting too is I've been getting the photo variants, movie photo variants from the Fox movie. The ones I need the Andrew Garfield. Those I need. I would like to get those. I don't want to pay a lot of money for them. People sometimes try to price gouge you on those, but eventually I'll find them. My nephew had these, so I picked these up from him. X-Men 2, Nightcrawler. There you go. Say what you say about the Fox X-Men. In X-Men 2, the opening scene where he was going after the president, that was badass. Showed you what Nightcrawler, how dangerous Nightcrawler is. Freaking badass, and nobody could tell me anything that shit was badass. There you go. He was portrayed really well in that movie. Then another movie adaptation very photo variant cover. Uh, that one with Halle Berry Storm. Uh, that's Rebecca Ramon Stamos, right? And I don't I'm apologize. I don't know the actress name that played Lady Deathstrike. Then also I had missed out on this. I never picked one up. My nephew had about 3 copies of it, so I grabbed one for the pile. It's a dope ass. It's the return of Miss Marvel. I'm not really a big Miss Marvel fan. It's not really a character for me. Not really into it, but I cannot deny the quality of this book. Beautiful Virgin variant. It's like a prestige format. Negative Space variant by my boy John Tyler Christopher. I say my boy like I know him. You don't know who I am. But I love his negative. I just like the way they look. Um, Also, this one too. I never picked this one up. I do have the second printing with the galaxy in the background. You're gonna see. You're gonna know what I'm gonna show you. And that it was only selling for $59. Pre-screened at a 9.8 slabs already, so I got that coming. But this is the regular cover, the first printing. So I'm a huge fan of those negative space variants. So I picked those up when I get a chance to. This one I tried to get this book when it first dropped, and it was hot. I'm telling you, hot when it came out. And I couldn't get it. It was sold out like immediately. And this is the collaboration they did Marvel and that branding, that clothing branding, Kith, whatever. It's a New York thing. But some people out of New York may know about it, but this is the special variant that you're going to get on their website or at the store, at their store. So my nephew had 3 of them, so I grabbed one. Pretty dope. Then the next few books are Marvel Knights, Hulk, but it's the Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale collab. Collab. You know what I mean. Dope covers, man. This is issue number 1. Hulk gray. There you go. That was nice. Then you have issue number 2. And issue number 3. All right. So those are dope. Tim Sale, Jeff Loeb, great job on those. I'm talking to you guys like they're gonna watch this video. Next book is book that was hot for a minute because Reggaeton Latin star Bad Bunny was supposed to be tied to this project. A character, really unknown character, called El Muerto. To be honest, I didn't even know about this character until that whole thing happened. But I hear that the project has been canned since then. So a lot of people probably overpaid for this book a little bit. Really like a $5 book, $4 book, and it didn't go up that much. It was probably like a $15 to $20 book at the most. But my nephew had like 4 copies of it, so I just grabbed one just for the hell of it, just to have it. It looks good in your boxes, when you're going through stuff. And this is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man issue number 6, first appearance of El Muerto. El Muerto, Bad Bunny, Oh well, doesn't matter. It's a cool book anyway. Cool cover. Next is a book that I always pick up. I always pick up the doubles. Actually, it doesn't matter. Every time I see it in the box, I get them because it's one of the best Star Wars legend story ever written. And it was written, originally by Timothy Zahn. That's the original novelist. And then it was converted to comics through Dark Horse. And we've seen some of the influence that this run had on the Ahsoka show and Mandalorian and things like that. This is Star Wars Into the Empire issue number 3 of 6. Yeah. So it's pretty dope. Always pick it up if I find it in the bins for cheap. Then this book right here, my original nice copy of this book, pressed, cleaned, and I got it signed by the late great Neil Adams. Also, rest in peace, passed away, almost a year now. And I had got signed myself. But it's all right. The book stood in the family because that book is now in Joker, East Meets West. It's in his collection, so I appreciate that it's there. If it's not mine, it might as well be in his or in Manny's. He has it. So Fetty had a nice copy. I have to read back and board it. But yeah, it's the day Superman and Batman switch powers. World's Finest issue number 211. Yeah, they gotta switch the bag. The bag is a little wrinkly, but it's a nice condition. There you go. New Adams is the man. Next book right here is a book that I had in a 9.8 slab. It's not in key really, I think. But it's just the colors on this book is crazy. colors is crazy. And you know, I'm a sucker for a yellow cover, especially a yellow cover in mint condition that is either a Bronze Age or Silver Age book. Those books are gonna pop. This is Dr. Doom and Magneto supervillain team up issue number 14. Dope cut. Look, telling you, I don't even have it in the mind. Like just in the old bag and board, you can tell the bag is wrinkled. You can see it with the glare, but look how those colors pop. Imagine when I put that in the Mylar. How nice that cover is gonna look. It's crazy. These books you see with the yellow, see the spot there is because he was gonna sell them at the event that we were supposed to have in Manny's driveway, but the weather didn't allow us to have those. You know, it was raining on those days, so. This one you probably saw in the whole also. This is Uncanny X-Men issue 239. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the first cover of Mr. Sinister. I could be wrong. I think it's that. And it's the more popular. I don't think it's worth more than his first appearance, even though he's not on that cover. But it's an early Mr. Sinister key, you know. Cool to have, you know. Next book reminds me of my man BLC because he's always trying to get his Nova run in high grade. But I'm gonna tell you what, man, this isn't high grade. This is at least a 9.2. This is the Man Called Nova issue number 25 from 1979. Bronze Age goodness. This is the last issue of the run. And the colors just pop on that. Again, another book that is not bagged and boarded in Mylar, and you can see the colors, how they just stand out real nice. Next book, it's just not the last issue, but it's close to the last. I think the last issue is 25, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe, I don't know. But this is issue. This is Thundercats, issue number 19, the newsstand. So pick those up whenever we can. You know, whenever I see the run at high grade, it's nice to get, and it's a newsstand, and you want it to be a newsstand in this one because this is from the 80s, so you want it to be a newsstand. Those are more rare. Another one that needs to be a lot of these need to be rebagged and boarded. I'm getting tongue tied over here. You have Justice League issue. Oh, the sticker is covering the issue number. 125. I picked it up because you probably saw this one in the video also because it's a dope ass Two-Face cover. You know, there you go. Harvey Dent. A lot of these you've probably seen already. The first part of the stack was some of the books that you didn't see. Uncanny X-Men issue number 173 again, all black cover. Oh, it's signed by Bob. You know, I didn't even look at. There's no COA, but I know the signature already. This is Bob Wyacek. You know, Bob Wyacek worked in a lot of these 60-cent X-Men books, and Bob Wyacek was cool. We met him a few times. He was a regular at Big Apple Con. He's a good friend of our friend that's on YouTube, Jared Osborne, part of the original Marvel bullpen. So it's cool. Next book, I love these anniversary issues. Web of Spider-Man, ASM, the 365. I forgot the other two, the blue one, the Spectacular, and the green one. I forgot. But this is the Web of Spider-Man one, issue number 90. Sucker for that hologram, 90s hologram. You know, it's a newsstand too, so the one you would want for this era. 30th anniversary Spider-Man. These are the anniversary covers also. Transformers issue number 22. A newsstand. That's what you would want in this too. A newsstand. Also, again, from the 80s, you know. All those early 80s, mid 80s, you would want them in the newsstands. You heard me of this on the video. I have maybe like 3 copies of this raw. I have a newsstand. I also have a graded one that it was originally from my collection back in, you know, when I was a kid, and it came back in 96, but I got it signed, witness signed by Dan Jurgens and Brad Breeding. And Dan Jurgens and Brad Breeding, if you ever get signatures from them, they sign really nice. Their signature is really clean, really artistic, and it shows that they're good. And to be honest, Brett Breeding to me is one of the best inkers in the game. He can make your drawing look really good. Like, for example, Dan Jurgens will get someone else to ink like later issues, and it doesn't look the same. It don't look like when he's tag teamed with Brett Breeding. Yeah, so this is Superman issue number 79. It's badass cover right there. That's badass, guys. Can't tell me that cover. That cover is dope. Another one that I always liked the cover. This is Supergirl issue number 11. It's a nice cover with silver banshee on it, all black color, very tough. It's always prone to spine ticks. But this one's pretty clean. It does have a couple of hairline ticks that I can see now that I have glasses, but still great condition. Nice book. These three also, if I find them in back issue bins, I usually pick them up too, because they're just cool books, and they remind me of how when I got them off the rack when they came out. So it's nostalgic for me, but it's a bonus that it's a newsstand. It's a little beat up, but it's all right. This is Amazing Spider-Man 363, and this is the third appearance of Carnage. You can also use this book for a nice hashtag that I like to use on Friday. It's called Floating Head Friday. Hashtag Floating Head Friday. You know how many comic covers are there with floating heads? Like, that's the thing, you know. I think this is the first appearance of Spider Boy. I believe this is the second printing, if I'm not mistaken. Spider-Man End of the Spider-Verse, issue number 7, introducing him. That's the big thing. I think they're trying to look like they're trying to replace Miles. When you see all the FOC pre-orders, like all the covers that they just homaging all of Miles' stuff, with this character, whatever, another Spider character. You know how that goes. Another book, which I'm pretty sure I have this already. This one looks a little more beat up. This is Superman's Pal Jimmy Olsen, issue 143. Yeah, I do have this one. Probably mine is in better condition because I've been upgrading them for years. But still, can't resist it. Jack the King Kirby. Sorry, you got a little blurry there, the camera. Come on. There you go. Jack the King Kirby. Then this is the origin of Spider Boy also. Edge of Spider-Verse is issue number 3. There you go. I think this is Miles' sister, if I'm not mistaken. Spider Smasher. 8. Oh, yo. 8. Smashing spiders. Next book here is the number is this is I gotta open this one up because I gotta see the number. Okay, this is number 306. This is just a cool Bizarro cover. This is Superman issue number 306. Yeah. That's all. All right. Next, we have a nice variant. Like, again, I don't know if these are incentives or not. This is Daredevil issue number 1. I really, that whole run with the run that started maybe 6 months ago or more with Elektra becoming like that. They always complain that we don't have enough women in this and that, and some people say, but a character like Elektra's always been a strong character. She's had her own movie, and if she takes the mantle of Daredevil, it's kind of fitting. You know how they say, oh, you're gonna have a woman take the mantle of a man. That some characters, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be like whatever. This is a character that can take she's earned the right to take the mantle of Daredevil. I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. You know what I mean? I like it. I can't wait till they do like a hardcover of that run, and I'm gonna get it so I can read it through. But yeah, dope ass cover. Look at that. You can see the reflection of the ninjas. I'm assuming those are the hand. I'm not 100% sure, but that's a badass rain cover. It's dope. I got tagged a while back for rain covers. I didn't have any. Then, of course, you got some classic, Copper Age classic Daredevil here, issue number 293, when my man laid out the Punisher. Yo, did you guys see the Echo trailer? Now, me, of course, I have my copies of that. Not really, like Echo is a cool character. The concept and the comics, whatever, was cool. It's part of the Marvel Knights. David Mack did amazing covers on that, amazing artwork on it. And I heard that was canceling, but they didn't cancel anything. That trailer that dropped today's November 4th, or it dropped yesterday, but I saw it today. Yo, badass. All I got to say. If they're gonna change that whole section, it's gonna be called Marvel Spotlight, which is dope because there's that's a homage to the Marvel Spotlight from back in the Bronze and in the late Bronze, early Copper Age. Dope. The concept is dope, and it's gonna be the first show that's gonna be under their rated R banner. First show is gonna be on there, and the tone of that, just by the tone of that trailer, I'm super excited for that. So, you know, even a character that I really didn't care about, but that show looks good. You know what I mean? It looks good. It looks good. It looks good. Check it out. Check out the trailer. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow, and I'm probably gonna show the trailer again during Coffee and Comics so that we could analyze it, talk about it, and you know, do our thing. Next thing is Daredevil Man Without Fear issue number 113. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the second appearance of Gladiator, Melvin something. I forgot his last name. If you don't know, in the Daredevil show, the guy that made his suit, Melvin, that he was like, what about Betsy? What about Betsy? That's the character that he's supposed to be portraying. It's crazy. Totally different, you know? But you can see the saw blades there in the first season of Daredevil, or second season. Is it first or second? I don't know. He took the sawzall from the table, ripped it, and was throwing it at Daredevil, which is pretty dope. I like how they paid attention to the detail of the comic to throw that in there in a more modern way. Netflix really killed it on those shows. They did a great job with those. Oh, also, one more thing I heard. They dropping all 6 episodes at the same time. They doing that because I think it's gonna be 5 episodes. That's what I hear. I hear the grapevine's gonna be 5, and it's gonna be dropping in January. It's coming fast. That's January 10th, if I'm not mistaken. You know, I'm not 100% sure, but I think around that time, that's when it's dropping. So it's crazy, yeah. That's gonna become before X-Men 97. Daredevil 294. There you go. I probably had this already, but when I see them in, you know, back issues like that, I just snatch them up. Cable issue number 1. I'm not sure why I picked this one up. I think Fetty threw that in there to get me to take more books, you know. Daredevil 229. There you go. Looks like Santa is coming after him. Matt Murdock. This is a cool what if. I've had this before, and condition's pretty decent on this. What if Elektra had lived? What if she lived? Well, she did live. She came back like 4 issues later, right? So she did live. All right. Next book is again 90s goodness, childhood book. Me picking up the runs. X-Men 29, Fatal Attractions, freaking Wolverine loses him adamantium to Magneto, Andy Kubert cover, hologram. There you go. You see Gambit there in the hologram. Dope. Hey, can't go wrong with that, man. Some goodness right there. Next up, Midtown Comics exclusive, Amazing Spider-Man 800. This is when we were all going through that whole Red Goblin phase. Bam. There you go. They have another one. It was Venom. I forgot what issue of Venom, but it's Venom on that side and Spider-Man there, and they connecting covers, you know. So that. When DC rebooted, this run was done nice. This was written by Scott Snyder, and it was his first attempt at Batman after the New 52 run, which was All-Star Batman number 1. Jock did the covers. This is one of the variants for it. Dope. The way this is written by Scott Snyder, it was a good read. The way it was, it felt like I was watching a Guy Ritchie movie. If you guys know who Guy Ritchie is, the director, how his style of movie, when it hits you with something, bam, da, 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 and it gives you all the info of that person, and then it moves to cuts to a different scene. That's how that's written. So if you never read it, you should read it. It's really good. Again, a great. This is another 90s goodness. Here, this is Wolverine 50th issue, 50th anniversary, has the special die cut cover. I know a lot of people show this. Some people that are new to hobby. If you never open the book, man. Open the comics, man. Open them. You know, don't leave them closed. When you feel it in your hands, so much cooler. Die cut cover. There you go. The inside is dope. It's like Wolverine's file, which is pretty nice, you know. Oh man, this book is crispy. And I think there's a poster in this book, if I'm not mistaken. Or no. You know what's in here? All the pages here are paper, but the middle insert is a middle insert in here, and they're like coated in that plastic. They started doing, but it's a whole it's an ad on the Game Boy. There goes the community. What else? Pictures. They go Polaroids. Oh, this is Paperboy for Game Boy. And yeah, and look, and the the bullpen bulletin stands soapbox. This is where you get all the info from. So guys, you get books like this for $1. If you find them, read them. This is cool. So much history with them. All right, I'm taking too long in this video, man. We already going on 30 minutes, but it's a long one, guys. A long one. Pause. No, not pause. This is a long one. Good one, but long one. All right, real quick, we're gonna fly through the rest of the books. We're almost done. It's only a few more left. This is another book that I can never resist. My man Jim Lee killed it in this iconic cover. Spider-Man. Look at that. Superman 204. I have this. My original copy that I got off the rack came back a 9.8, and I had it signed by Jim Lee back in Big Apple Con, like 2018, when Stan was supposed to make an appearance, but he got sick at that time and canceled. Jim Lee stepped in for him, and mine came back a 9.8. I have it signed. CGC. Yeah. That's the last book coming up. You probably saw this in the beginning. It's just a dope Doom cover. The colors pop. Dr. Doom #1. Awesome cover. Badass Doom cover. Yo, so that's it, guys. That's all the books. Everything else I have around me, you guys saw. Video, guys, let me know in the comments what you think of these books. Let me know what your favorite comic was in this haul. And remember to join us tomorrow morning, Sunday, November 5th, 9:30 a.m. for Coffee and Comics, where me, Joker, Manny, the fellas, we're gonna be talking smack. You know how we do. We're gonna be making fun of each other. We're gonna be making fun of BLC. We're gonna make fun of all of us, and you guys in the chat gonna join us having some lives in the morning. And until next time, peace.